We didn't even get to the next line.
Oh, sorry.
Now, yesterday, I said he hasn't seen the inside of a criminal courtroom in over 20 years. I'm issuing a correction that I'm not sure whether or not that's true. It is possible he has. It's possible he hasn't. We were unable to find anything specific, although he did have listed pro bono practice, which seems to be pro bono, meaning free representation of clients. Typically, lawyers, such as myself, even in America, can do pro bono work as part of our requirements for our local lawyers association.
I'm sorry. 5. Yo.
Bomba God.
You got your tax lawyer who did 5 civil cases and lost all 5, and you think you're a criminal? Yo, I can't. Oh God. So our first video, okay, we're gonna get into the first video, but he's gonna do the regular introduction, and I'm gonna give the people who don't be up like 5 o'clock in the morning like me and the other people.
want yap the whole time, but can't give the intro. Tough works we got going on here. Nah, go ahead, jazz him up since you want to entertain him the whole time.
As you saw the title of the live, we have some updates on Ramsey Khalid Ismail. Okay. And, wow, he needs to shut up. I already said that over and over again. But, we did focus on he got that new crime, right? That new charge. Yeah. And guess what, everybody?
Bomba God!
That person that now with the deep fake want to make sure he get them 10.5 years. Yeah. Yeah, that person want to make sure that, yeah, you, Ramsey. You get that 10.5.
Ooh, that's looking like a 3-letter word. What's that?
What's the jail? Because I don't know what's a 3-letter word.
Nah, 10.5. That's looking like a 3-letter word.
I don't know. What's it?
The
I don't know.
Max?
Well,
she's old. Keep going.
Guess what? So, we don't have this in the video. I don't think it's this the video that Andrew mentioned, and I don't want to misquote. Dragon Hag, y'all help me. I don't want to misquote this. But Andrew said that in Korea, they don't give you minimum. They don't give you a low. They give you the max. So Andrew said that he would get 0 or 10.5. He don't get in between. Because remember I asked that question? Andrew mentioned that on the live. Yeah. So you guys out there that be in the chat with me in the lives, please let me know. Give me a thumbs up. Make sure I'm right. Andrew said that there's no minimum. It's either 0 or 10.5. And I'm telling you right now, this person right here, this victim, is going to make sure he get a 10.5. So, now, remember when I was saying I think he might get from 3 to 5? Ooh, I think I'm going to raise that. Because
so what are we saying?
I think they're going to give him a 10.5.
You're going
I
for
say
the
max. No, I'm a max. I'm with Andrew. The max, probably 15. But Andrew said between 1 and 15. But then where's the 1 going to come from if there's no minimum? So let's see. Okay, I say. So am I right? Am I right? Sailor Moon. See, yup, Sailor Moon was there. Yup, she was there. Sailor Moon was there. Tag was there. Andrew was there. Ryubi was there, but Ryubi is not here.
To the T's, to the 9s, to the dimes.
So
that's how we get down.
There was no minimum. It was only, hey, Badger, it was only 0 to 10.5. So right now, it's like 10.5 for one defake, 10.5 for another defake, 5 and 5. So right now, that equals 31. That's why Andrew put 31. Could be the max. But he ain't getting that.
Yeah, max is 31.5. Okay, word. I feel that.
Yeah, so but he's not going to get the max. He's not going to get that. I think he probably get minimum 10. What y'all think? What y'all think is minimum?
I was about to say, I would just
make a guess here.
To even continue on that going in, my question to
therefore
to what y'all are saying in chat and then you the boss, like, what do y'all think from y'all perspective is like the relative time within him and like this, like, so like quote unquote, there is no minimum, but quote unquote, what could potentially be a minimum to the max? Like, what do you think he would actually get? Like between those numbers, so like in
me?
The range.
You asking me?
I'm asking you and chat. I'm asking everybody. So like y'all get 15. Like see that 15. I can see that because if I was to range it, I'd probably say between like 10 and 15.
I'm gonna say the 10
because if his max, especially stamped in that these are all here something that he's going to get charged for, and this is confirmed.
Yes.
So yeah, we already know that range is like a truthful range. Like relatively. Like, you know how people were saying 24 to 25 with Vitali, but there was no context before that. And then as, like, you know, Secretary Ramula came out and started, like, dropping it. And then now we knew, like, he could get 5 for 5 for these. And then we knew. It's kind of like this now for Johnny with these ones that are confirmed in the way at least I'm thinking about it. So it's like within that, all right, within that, like, quote unquote minimum that there is none. And then the 31 max, I would probably say, like, yeah, between 10 and 15 is probably what he would relatively get, or what the judge and or prosecutor would probably be feeling for him. Yeah.
So
17 years.
His
you can see that.
The minimum, the lowest right now is with the obstruction of business at 5.
But there isn't the five max for that.
Yeah, 5 max. So,
But then that's what I'm saying. But then that's why I say you have to be realistic. That's why I'm like, yeah, of course we can keep laughing and keep saying, yeah, we want to see Ram Bob in jail and on the cabbage field as long as possible. But we gotta be realistic about this. Like, is 10. He gonna get 5 years for that obstruction of business charge? I do not think so. Like, probably not. We all would want the max because he needs to be stamped in and learn. Yo, bro, you're never doing this again. I feel that. Yeah. But is that realistically what's gonna happen? No.
Okay, so I see a lot of people in the chat. I know everybody wants the max. I'm going, and I feel like 20 years. I have my notes here, and I have the date. You don't see the notes here and my date. 5/10. I'm gonna put RKI.
I would say relative space is between like 10 and 20, and then realistic.
Trill, what you saying?
Here's my perspective. I think okay, there's like what everyone wants, max. What the judge or prosecutor probably will be is between, I would say, 10 and 20.
Super Christian, we didn't get to that yet.
What I think it'll be is between 5 and 10.
You
like
think it's between 5 and 10?
Yeah, I think it'll be around 5 to 10.
Okay,
like 5 and 10 between there. Like, because I just don't think they're gonna hit him that crazy.
1 and 15, but I don't know how you could get the.
I feel like that, like, but that's expanding into a broader range. I feel like, but that's even a good range too. Like that's realistic. Keep in mind, he'll do something more because of who he is. Yeah. That's insanely fair. So that's insanely fair. So
I think that deep fake. Like, it's gonna go through, especially with the witness. All right, let's get the video started. Thank you for the birthday shout outs.
We had that whole yap sesh, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, the whole beginning yap sesh, that boy's gonna get cut out, but we had that whole yap sesh, so I ain't even gonna waste no more time. We already know what it is. Estimating how many years Mr. Rambob may get. So, for the heads on the tube, and you already know the heads on the live that we've been discussing.
Y'all ready?
Let's get right into it. Is that him? Is that him? Sometimes I say in the books. In the books.
We both take notes.
That if there is smoke, there shall be fire. But sometimes there's different scenarios. Because when there's Ramsey Khalid Ismail, there's this man that usually does pop around. And his name is Andrew Esquire. Y'all already know. Shout out Legal Mindset. Yo, we getting jazzy on him. We got Somali victim wants
Right. Okay, here we go. Somali victim wants maximum punishment. This is the fast facts.
Surely can't grab me.
I watched the live. He cut it down for you guys. Okay, here we go.
There's Andrew Esquire. You feel me? Talk to him, gangster.
All right, here we go.
All right, y'all already know how we get down. Let's get into it.
Johnny Somali, or Ramsey Khalid Ismail, has lost a lawyer and gained a very, very angry victim who is out for a
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So it looks like
I'm sorry, everybody.
So it looks like we're talking about him early.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Lovely.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Oh, lovely.
I know y'all watched the video during the week.
Oh, lovely.
So
do you want to mention it first, or should I?
I don't know, but
Okay. Okay, here's the better question.
April 15th passed already.
Who do y'all want to cover? The seriousness,
okay,
or the jail? That's a better question.
Oh my God, we gotta be serious, cause I got the jail right now. April 15th. Anybody know what April 15th is? Cause that's his lawyer.
Nah, I'm sorry.
Right away.
Nah, 21
on
seconds.
On line 12B. Should I put 0 in there? Okay, here we go. I'm on 22C. How many dependents do you have? Wait a minute. Oh, this is not the right situation we're in. I'm done.
Wait, that don't look like an accounting book.
Okay, anyway. Some people don't get it.
Maximum punishment. Today we're going to go over some big developments which are coming out literally the day after we had new charges in the case of Ramzi Khalid Ismail, aka
Great lawyer.
Somali in Seoul, South Korea. This is also one of what I'm going to call the Fast Facts series. I know a lot of you want to get this information quick, you want to get it compact, and you don't always have time to watch my streams. So before all of my streams, I'm going to try going forward to do a very compacted version of it that is much more short, and will try to come out after the end of my live stream. So if I'm going to still do live streams, still enjoy the interaction, the crowds, the questions, the fun, the memes, the banter, but trying to get you guys condensed information, especially in the case of Ramzi Khalid Ismail.
All right. 18 EMAC put in the chat. Tax attorney hasn't been seen inside a courtroom in 20 years. All right. Do you want to go ahead and clarify, or should we wait till Andrew clarifies?
Let Andrew clarify.
Okay, word. Because now, that is true to a degree, but we have to get to it.
Because there is a lot of inaccurate information. And as a quick update, we're going to go over my PowerPoint, which has been updated a bit since yesterday on some of the changes and some of the new things, and give you guys a refresher in case you don't know. Of course, one of the important facts is we have his next trial date, which is as of today, as of right now, still scheduled for the 16th of May. It has not been changed, but we will get to whether or not that's changed a little bit later on. So the first thing is I obviously went over yesterday a procedural update. The lawyer from the Eastern District, that is the private lawyer, officially registered in the Western District. And today we have a change. So yesterday we weren't sure how the representation was going to go. We weren't sure who was going to be representing him on certain charges, what was going to be the split of work. Well, today, just today, we had the public defender step down. Now that is likely, they were actually removed from the case. That means they weren't the ones who petitioned it. It was the court that did it, probably because he no longer qualifies for a public defender. When you have a private attorney, that typically disqualifies you from having a public defender. So it appears that he was disqualified from that. So now this attorney, this private attorney, will be handling everything. We talked about it today. Yesterday, his name is Gwang-ho Choi, or Choi Gwang-ho, depending on, once again, if you say it the Korean way or you kind of westernize the name and mix up the surname and family name. But that's his sole lawyer of the Songpa Joint Law Firm, or it's also been quoted as Songpa Law Firm, but I believe it's Songpa Joint Law Firm. We did some research on his background. Now, I am going to give a little bit of a clarification, to be honest. On my channel, I believe in intellectual honesty, and I also believe in clarifying any mistakes or misstatements that are made. And I did make a misstatement yesterday. And it's okay. Now, doing further research into his record, we still are consistent and still are correct that he is primarily a tax litigator. So tax litigation is a thing he primarily does.
Raise your hand if you want a tax prep to be a lawyer. Yo, wait a minute. Wait. You almost had help with the public defender. You almost. And now the public defender, bye. Aren't you paying that guy over there to do your business? The tax. All he want to know is when the last time you do your taxes. I can't. I can't. Okay. I can't. I don't know about y'all. I just can't. Like, that's so embarrassing. Okay. Go ahead, Joe. Just stop. Please play. I don't know.
Fire him.
Fire who? The tax prep?
Fire him.
The tax prep?
Mm-hmm.
Who he gonna have to? They ain't gonna give him another public defender.
Who was he gonna have?
Yo. I don't.
This is ridiculous.
That's my question. I don't even know what to say. It's to the point I don't even know what to say. Like, he should just say, "I'm done." He should just go like this. Here, just take me away, bro.
We ain't even get to the next line.
Oh, sorry.
Now, yesterday, I said he hasn't seen the inside of a criminal courtroom in over 20 years. I'm issuing a correction that I'm not sure whether or not that's true. It is possible he has. It's possible he hasn't. We were unable to find anything specific, although he did have listed pro bono practice, which seems to be pro bono, meaning free representation of clients. Typically, lawyers such as myself, even in America, can do pro bono work as part of our requirements for our local lawyers association.
I'm sorry. 5?
Oh.
Yo.
Bomba God.
You got your tax lawyer who did 5 civil cases and lost all 5, and you think you're a criminal? Yo, I can't. Oh God. Oh Lord have mercy. Yo.
We hired the guy who doesn't cover criminal suits to cover us in a criminal case in which you are being charged for heinous crimes like deepfakes.
Okay, I know. I
so
told
you
I'm
hired
sorry
a
for
guy
laughing.
that doesn't is not even in this field. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's excellent. You hired a guy who covers taxes. He does accounting.
Yo, emotional taxes. Yo,
he covers taxes. He covers the books. He's accounting and all this.
Yeah.
And from
Do you have any dependents?
And from quite literally the start of whether we started finding out this information from the start of him ever starting to do books, I'm trying to figure out how they are paying him. I'm still trying to figure this out.
That tax lawyer trying to figure out how he getting paid too.
I can't even believe this is real.
Okay. All right.
Like, yo. It's like hiring a D-League player, not like a G-League player as your superstar playmaker. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Your team, it's looking 0-82. It's looking 0-82.
He ain't got.
I ain't gonna lie.
Dang, at least if he had a win.
Win.
Win. Oh, I know what it is. I got it.
That's like.
I got it now. Nope,
no,
stop. I got it.
No, I got the perfect analogy.
No, I got it. Remember? Ramsey and Hank is going to file a civil suit against Dalgoon. Maybe that's what they thought they was doing.
I remember that, but that's not happening.
No, I'm just saying, maybe that's the lawyer. They're going to use that lawyer. And maybe that lawyer's thinking it's for the civil suit. I don't know. I'm trying. Because I don't understand.
He does. He does numbers. He does numbers.
Who?
Exactly. Yeah, the tax guy. Yeah, let's really stamp that in.
I'm just trying to figure it all out. Oh, sorry, Remy. Okay, gotta go. Oh, thank you. Happy Mother's Day. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Finish playing it.
I'm sorry.
Associations, our bar associations, we can do work for the poor, for the underprivileged, the underserved. I did a lot of pro bono work when I was in Florida as an attorney.
Okay.
But it appears he does pro bono work. He does work for kind of small businesses and others that are fighting their taxes. We were only able to find, though, 5 civil cases. So he did go to court at least 5 times, a minimum 5 times, to civil court. Now, understand there's a difference between civil and criminal. So that's there. And we did find that all of those cases that he lost. Now, that doesn't...
Bomba God.
He only went to civil. His civil court.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
His civil.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
His civil court hearings was about taxes. Yo, what are they? Okay.
Yo.
All right.
And this is why I keep saying, like, Johnny's just never gonna change. Because
it doesn't even matter. It's change, no change. He's done.
At this point, it's like, yeah, he's completely cooking. He is still really the only one who doesn't realize it.
Yeah.
Oh, him and Hank. But
Hank realized it. Hank just don't know what to do.
Hank just stuck with him.
Yeah, Hank don't know what to do.
Hank has got like a parasite that just won't go away. It's trying its hard. It's like to.
He wish he went to the one down the block. He wouldn't have never met Ramsey.
Doesn't mean he's a bad attorney necessarily. You can have bad clients. You can have clients that aren't necessarily good. But we did find he went to civil court, so he has gone to a court at least at some point.
Taxes.
So I want to clarify that and be fair on that one. But that's now his sole attorney going forward as the public defender has stepped down. We're going to talk about his strategy as we go on. Now, we did mention this new charge for Ramsey Khalid Ismail. Mentioned that yesterday for the next deepfake. We are pretty sure that now we have 2 deepfakes, and at least one of them is Bong Bong, and the other one probably Dalgoon or one of the other Korean YouTubers, maybe Bang TV, maybe Youngman, and it could actually be all of them because the way these deepfake charges can go through, they can be for a collection, they can be for multiple. So that might be an amalgam of charges for the 5th charge and 6th charge. We will find out on the 16th exactly what each charge is for on that trial date, presuming it's not moved. Now, once again, this doubles his penalty. So his penalty just for the deepfakes is 21 years now. So 10.5 on both is the max. And that brings him to a total with 5 years each for his 2 obstruction charges. So 5 plus 5 plus 10.5 plus 10.5 brings us to 31 total years in prison as a maximum. There is no minimum. So once again, the range is now 0 to 31 as of yesterday.
There's no minimum.
Now, obviously, one thing I want to point out, we are at step 4 on the criminal process here from
On the trial, there ain't no once you
know the PowerPoint.
like I'm about to say the PowerPoint that Andrew always brings up. You already know once it gets to here, it like to process like that's what I'm just going big to talking. But like once you get to like the 3rd step in the process in here, let me move this down over. You get to the 3rd step, it's pretty much like cookies from here. Like once it gets to the prosecutor, like usually like once they start looking into it, like obviously taking more time, they're looking more thoroughly through it. Like they're not gonna waste time. It's usually definitely going to trial and then.
And that's where the
wait for that
SA,
time.
CS, whatever those letters are. I don't want to say it was dropped at that stage 3. They dropped it.
Most of these things, these are all things that are brought before the court. But we do have other charges. I can confirm there are things that are being investigated that are still at step 2 and step 3 that may come very soon and may hit him next month or the month after. He may have a series of charges that is coming in the future. It is not necessarily done for charges until everything is settled out, and that's going to be a while. Just as a refresher, once again, his current charges, these are his current charges. He has 2 obstruction of business. Charge number 1, charge number 4 are for obstruction of business. Each of those carries a 5-year penalty, so that's 10 years of 5 and 5, so 10. We've got violation of the Minor Offenses Act for, of course, harassing people with a stinky fish and for making a scene and causing severe disruption on the bus and on the metro. That is a violation of the Minor Crimes Act. One obstruction, by the way, is for 7-Eleven. The other one probably for Lotte World.
Yeah, this was like one of the first major thing he did. Obviously, in the
so
7-Eleven, he was throwing the noodles. You know what I'm saying?
Jail time.
Harassing the old women. Yeah.
Number 2, fine. Number 3, fine. Number 4, jail time. And 5 and 6, jail time.
Mandatory.
Probably. We will find out on the 16th. And then, of course, we have the 2 deepfakes, which is violation of the Special Act on the Punishment of Sexual Crimes. So here is a bombshell we have today. We have a victim stepping up. This is massive. So a victim with the surname Kim. Now, there's a very common last name in South Korea. In case you don't know, Kim is a very common name. They officially registered a lawyer with the court. Now, this could be Bong Bong, who does have the surname Kim, but we're not sure. It could be another victim. We don't know. It could be anybody who was harassed by Johnny or Ramsey Khalid Ismail, Johnny Somali. Anyone harassed by him could step up, and there were so many people, it's hard to tell. I'm sure there were multiple people.
Which especially, like, if you're a first-party witness, like, you definitely should.
With the last name, the surname Kim, that were harassed by Johnny Somali. So my speculation is this is the probability is Bong Bong, but we'll see on the 16th. We will find out exactly who this is and what charge they're interested in to speak on. This is uncommon. Now, it's not it's not what I would say something that never happens. It's just very rare, especially in the trial of a foreigner. For a victim to feel so compelled to obtain a lawyer, that means they feel seriously bothered about this, and they will be looking to get a maximum punishment. This is something.
Maxi. They're
gonna get it. They're gonna get it because I just have this feeling that South Korea is not going to make themselves look bad or make themselves look easy. You know what I'm saying? They gonna do it.
So you think they're gonna like try to shove out
They
the
gonna
max?
they gonna give it to him. They gonna give it to him. Now that this one come with a lawyer seeking the max. Oh no.
Yeah, not for this.
You're not embarrassing us.
So,
No. We gotta do.
I would say so. At least for this, John, like at least for this specific defect, they're gonna try to go for the max. So if we were to assume that this is a max, that's at least the bare minimum 10.5.
That's what I said. I'm going with the 10. I better put a 0.5 because I forgot that's a 0.5 charge.
Oh boy.
I'm going for 10.
Something that you would only do if you felt you wanted the maximum punishment. You wouldn't necessarily pay money for a lawyer to go to court and to press your claim to give you an opportunity to speak. And the prosecution will almost certainly give them an opportunity to speak. What does this mean? This means more delay. There's going to be an entire trial date. Remember, these things are pushed out month by month. So this will give an entire month extra at a minimum to the length of the trial.
That's what I'm saying. We pushing into June with this, John.
We're already looking at a trial that is going to go into the fall of this year. This is certainly going to push it. Once again, we're looking closer and closer to this thing potentially going into 2026 before it's fully adjudicated, depending on the strategy of Ramsey Khalid Ismail and his lawyer. Also, this is a severe
strategy?
Bombakat!
Who got a strategy?
Not them.
aggravating factor.
Wait, what?
I would just be wondering the same thing. Like, what strategy do you have? What do you... When everything is right there on film, video, like, what do you... Nah, it wasn't me. You're racist. You think I look like that, Johnny Somali? You gonna start that again?
I was starting at the factor of, like, you hired a tax guy.
Stop it. Stop it.
What strategy is he about to come up with?
I think when he found out that guy was a tax guy...
Again, this
or
is
his
not
family,
the numbers.
Was like, yo.
We do not need the books on our business to not be cooked. We need you to cook up why he shouldn't be absolutely guilty for all these crimes.
You couldn't get a winning tax person? I'm just saying. I'm just trying, yo. You couldn't get a tax person that wins?
This is just so stupid.
Okay, come on. All right, go ahead.
We talk about things like being apologetic, being respectful, being courteous, being civil, behaving, none of which Ramsey is doing. Ramsey Khalid Ismail has done nothing but being aggressive. He's done nothing but attack. He's done nothing but curse people out. He's slandered people. He's attacked the court. He's threatened to attack people like myself who are attending with HIV needles. He's done crazy things.
Which is absolutely insane.
None of which is to sincerely apologize to the court or the people he's offended or threatened or etc. This is severely aggravating. Which means in the court, there are things called mitigating factors and aggravating factors. An apology is what you call a mitigating factor, which might make your punishment lighter. That might make your punishment less severe.
Except he's not doing that. Yeah. And anytime that he did do that, it was disingenuous. And of course, he didn't actually mean it because he would continue on these nuisance streamer IRL actions. Like, nah. We're not going for that. So if he drops, if he were to apologize now, let's be honest here.
Whatever.
Are we gonna take it genuinely?
Yeah, right.
Are we gonna think it's genuine? No, I'm not. I'm gonna tell you right now. Not that my overall opinion matters on a grand scale, but I would just tell you, like, no, I'm not gonna think it's real. Because again, this is why I keep saying pattern of behavior matters so much. This is why the term everybody always says, you hear all the time, actions speak louder than words, because it's like, anyone can say anything, but are you gonna actually take action behind those words you're saying? This is sure. The details was in Legal Mindset and February's interview session in like Japan, and that is afraid of Johnny. Israel was a little slow to realize who Johnny was. Japan was afraid of Johnny. They put him in solitary confinement for 4 months.
Yeah, and it was his birthday.
That's what I'm saying. So they were afraid. No, it seems like they got him out of there.
They probably was afraid that
and
they
he
didn't
didn't
want
learn
him to
from
do
it.
any more damage.
I'm like, I ain't gonna lie. Let me see. That show will be loud when they close this.
Ooh, I know. Oh my God, I know. It's gonna
I forgot I had a
loud.
lot today. Hey, listen,
You
Saturdays, you already
We're
know.
on the first one. Okay,
Saturdays.
go ahead.
But yo, let's keep it going.
Year. So maybe instead of jail time, they would just give you a fine because they think you're very, very sorry and they would mitigate it.
But
however, an aggravating factor is something that would make it worse. So maybe they would say, well, it's all, he has 6 crimes, but it's his first offense. So, we're going to give him, just a minimum amount of jail time or maybe even none and give him a big fine and get him out of here.
Too bad for
but
that.
when you have a victim, you're looking at them pushing for real jail time, real time behind bars. And this is something you're going to see here that certainly they would push for. So we're looking at a victim that is going to be pretty dedicated to getting Johnny to doing some severe time under this statute, which once again is something we've been looking forward to because we've been wanting more and more of a strong case for him to be punished to the max. Now, I want to say one last thing. I talked yesterday about whether or not the May 16 trial will be delayed. I actually think, based on the information that we have about the lawyer, the public defender stepping...
How about I say,
The
like,
taxpayer?
Wouldn't it be like, it probably would be delayed.
down and the new guy stepping up, I think the new guy seems pretty confident when in his previous stuff. He seems pretty gung-ho. He seems to...
Nah, that's a...
Confident in what?
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
He
Boy, ain't
confident
no
in
way,
what?
boy.
Crunching them numbers?
He confident in them civil suits that he lost all 5? That were, again, most likely about
he confident in crunching
information
them
with
numbers.
taxes. This is crazy. Yo.
Okay, go ahead.
What?
Because just let Andrew finish this out. Oh, my God.
All right, hey, listen. If he wants to cook for Johnny, let him cook. But I'm gonna let him know. I don't want you on my stove.
Want to do this as quickly as possible. I think because it's this new attorney, I think he may be pushing things faster. So my money has flipped. Yesterday, I was 60-40, 60% delay, 40% no delay. Today, I've gone the other way. I am 60-40 that it will not be delayed and that it will proceed. So my money is now on no delay and this date going forward and them being in court on May 16th. That is what I'm thinking at this point. If Johnny was to delay this, we are actually looking at a scenario where 2026 for sentencing is very realistic. So,
oh my God, bro, this boy's gonna be going on for almost like 2 years.
I think this kid is already losing it. He's already crashing out. He's already breaking.
He lost it.
Already losing it.
He's lost it. He's gone.
Down. I'm not sure he could even last that long to go into 2026. So I think they may push this forward. I think they may try to get this done. I want to know what you guys think. Do you think Johnny is crashing out? Let me know in the comments below.
Ben.
Oh, make sure you hit the like button, and I will catch you all on the next.
They already know. Shout out. Andrew Esquire. Legal Mindset. That was, of course, Somali victim wants maximum punishment. Fast facts. Of course, you want to watch the OG vid for the heads on the tube. Down description, first link. Go share the love with Andrew Esquire. Like I said, Legal Mindset cooking up. You already know the lawyer covering this job right here, this case. You already know what it is. Final opinions and conjecture, though, boss. Go ahead, talk to him.
Goodbye.
A lovely tune.
Goodbye.
That's
how I feel.
Lovely tune. I ain't gonna lie, but he keeps again like he it's only gonna get worse for him if he keep doing these actions. And again, like Andrew was saying, if this boy goes into 2026 and it's still like his trial gets delayed and it still gives him more time to be sitting here crashing out with Handbrick as the Rambob and Henrik adventures keep going on.
It's gonna be
it's not gonna be pretty, and it hasn't been pretty, not at all.
He's gonna get to the point he probably gonna be like, just take me. He ain't gonna be able to handle it. Or Hank's mom might set him up. I don't know. Hey, hello from Antigua. Thank you.
But it's
Quinto.
It's
I'm like,
just
no,
I ain't gonna lie.
No. Hey, goodbye. And I gotta do the fast version on that one.
Cause it's like,
May 16th Friday. Let's see.
It's already been through with him. Like, if he's gonna continue these actions and shoot, Well, he hasn't been outside to be racking up any crimes. Excellent, good. It's like,
All right, well, any for you, so we can go on to the next video.
I'm like, what you trying to say? I'm yapping now?
Nah, I'm
Whatever.
just saying we gotta get some more information out. We gotta put more of that information out.
But I feel that now because we do got the stuff to cover. So
Yes.
for the heads on the tube, hey, shout out y'all. We finna
Yes.
catch y'all in the next one. So peace.
All right.